Hello, this is Kaipacha with the weekly Pele report, an astrological view of what is going on here on planet Earth for November 16th, 2016. I'm over here on the east coast of Bali. I wanted to give you a shot of some of the most beautiful. I'm at Blue Moon Villas in Ahmed. Got a couple more days here before heading to Cambodia. But today, the moon is in Cancer, opposite Venus. She's going to come up and trine Neptune, square Jupiter, oppose Pluto. But the big main thing that's happening today, it's been going on for a couple of weeks. It's going to continue for a couple of weeks, but it is exact on Thursday, yeah? And that is the south node of the moon conjunct Neptune. Yeah, that's a big one. I'm going to talk a lot about that one, okay? And on Friday, Mercury comes in to square Neptune. Yeah. On Saturday, Neptune stations and goes direct. And on Sunday, well, another big thing here is on Monday, the sun moves into Sagittarius. So just before that sun moves into Sagittarius, we've got a third quarter square to the moon. That sun at 29 degrees of Scorpio squares the moon at 29 degrees of Leo. So she's moving through, you know, from Gemini into Cancer into Leo. Finally on Monday, she's going to move into Virgo. And, you know, at that same time, the sun goes into Sag, joins Mercury in Sag. That's going to come up and join with, of course, Saturn. Mercury conjunct Saturn, okay, through this weekend, but also, of course, you know, exact on Wednesday. Joining together, last but not least, okay, is that Jupiter is squaring Pluto. I've been talking about this Jupiter square Pluto. It's going to come forward and backward for the next 9 months. Okay, that Jupiter square Pluto is exact next Thursday, but fully engaged. So let me find a little spot to sit down and talk with you about all this and see what it all portends. Okay, ready or not, I'm going for it. I hope I'm not in the dark like last week. Jeez, the shadows. The shadows. But the sun's moving out of Scorpio now, so we can, you know, let go of that shadow work a little bit. But, oh my God, there's so much to talk about today. There's so much going on. I tell you what, you know, things are picking up. They are speeding up. They're going to continue to speed up like I talked about before. 2016, the year of the great purification. 2017, the end of illusion. And this end of illusion can be happening on a personal level, family level, relationship level, social level, religious level, government level. Whoa. I just read this morning that Trump is going to reopen the 9/11 investigation, which, you know, was definitely a set-up plot, you know. And as a result of 9/11 now, we all get to go to the airport and hold our hands up like I give up and be humiliated and humbled as they look, you know, at our x-ray naked body. Take off our belts and shoes like, you know, bowing down. It's just like, you know what? So, you know, as much as I don't want to talk about the United States politics, the United States, through Hollywood, through advertising, through media, through fashion, through many other ways, through fear, and through its military, okay, you know, creates a planetary atmosphere, yeah? So we now have TSA, you know, searching people at every single airport as a result of 9/11. You know, it's like, come on. And then we have homeland security, we have beefed up, we have, you know, building walls and immigration issues. This is all about Saturn moving through Sagittarius. Saturn is walls and limiting, you know, problems and issues regarding, okay, nature, Sagittarius, natural law, all right, migrations of peoples. These are all problems. And that Saturn is, you know, in square, has been in square to Neptune. Brings me to Standing Rock, the Native American people. Yeah. Neptune rules oil and water. Here it is, conjunct the south node of the moon today, right now. Yeah. Active for the last month, active for another month. And this is just like opening Pandora's box. From the collective unconscious, letting out, yes, all the spirits that have been laying down, yeah, all the secrets, all the issues that have been stuffed, not wanting to be seen, dealt with, everything we've avoided and denied for generations, kind of bubbling up. So here we have racial tension. Okay, we have social justice, and what is Jupiter in Libra? Libra wants balance, peace, harmony, and justice. It's the scales of law. This is a year of 2017 of social justice, and so we have everybody traveling up to Standing Rock and demonstrating in the streets. Yes, around these elections, you know, because it's time. This is a very big, powerful time in the history of, you know, not only the United States, planet Earth. Like I said before, and I'll say it again, I'll be saying it again for the next 3 years. This is all building, 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 building to the Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto conjunction in 2020. We've got 17, 18, and 19 left. It's a big 3-year buildup. And this 3-year buildup is basically, we could have entered and ushered in a new paradigm easily, gracefully, slowly, gently, dismantling the old. Or we could have, and we have decided collectively to bring it on like a tidal wave, wipe out the old paradigm, and start over again from scratch. This is more traumatic. For some people it may be more exciting. It's more revolutionary. It's more rebellious. But it is certainly this Jupiter opposite Uranus. You know, in fact, I just uploaded a whole talk, 2-hour talk that I did on this 2017 at my last workshop for the new paradigm community. That's, yeah, maybe I'll stick it up for on Facebook or something for everybody, but I don't know, I could go on and on and on about this, but let's bring it down to more of a personal level, because we've also got this Jupiter square Pluto. It's building, and, you know, next week it's exact, and then it comes retrograde and direct, you know, through, you know, more than half of 2017. And it has to do with the mantra today. And this is building, it's forging relationships. Forging. Yeah, like we forge. You know, like the blacksmith forges, you know, pounds on and beats the metal into shape. It's time to forge relationships, whether it's between the native people, okay, and the oil companies, whether it's between the public and the government, whether it's between you and your personal partner. This is a year of forging relationships, and through that work, through that expansion, there is great awakening, awareness, and evolution that can happen through sticking with and working through our issues, dilemmas, shadows, projections, and problems that we have with the other. The other, capital O. Whether it's enemies, business, you know, personal, romantic, sexual, the other is calling us, pushing us, bothering us, prodding us, checking us, testing us. Are you in your truth? Are you lying? Have you changed your mind? Are you willing to change? Will you meet me part way? This is all part of the new paradigm. This is all part of the change in the masculine and the feminine. This is all part of the nature of intimate partnership and relationship changing. And what do we want? I think it's, you know, the work of David Data that talks about men, the masculine, I should say, you know, which is the majority of men have a masculine essence, want freedom. And the feminine, the majority of women, want love and connection. These two, freedom and connection. Yeah, we each are both in our own unique mixture. And the soul creates. I'm doing this little thing on Facebook, you know, because I posted this picture of my, you know, of my wife and how I have chosen a path, you know, of evolving through monogamy. Yeah, and I want to just really put it out there that it's, you know, it's not either or, it's both and more. Evolutionary astrology states, okay, that there are naturally monogamous archetypes, naturally polyamorous, naturally single, naturally, there are, you know, and that different souls for different incarnations at different stages of their evolutionary development will choose a particular sexual orientation and nature for that lifetime, for them to evolve certain characteristics and develop certain elements, aspects, treasures about their identity, about the nature of life, the nature of source. And that's it for that lifetime. And you come back in another lifetime and you do another way, or you do another thing. And this can be seen in the astrological birth chart, the aspects of Mars to Pluto, the phasal relationship of Venus to Mars, as well as the sign and house and aspects to Venus and Mars in your natural horoscope. Yeah. So there's not a one-size-fits-all, and it's not that, you know, monogamy sucks or polyamory sucks or, you know, gays suck, or it's, you know, we each choose a different path and pattern, and this can even change within a given lifetime. So you look at the progressions and the transits. But the main thing here that I want to point out today, and for this time period in 2017 with Jupiter in Libra and the south node of the moon in Pisces, the tendency can be to want to escape, avoid, not confront, not deal with, not look in the mirror, and not, you know, it's avoid the difficult conversations. Because our partners will also see our shadow and see what we're missing and see what we need to evolve. And the deeper and more intimate that relationship gets, the deeper and more they see about us. And they bring it up for us. And then we need to look at it within us. And then it's like, let me out of here! Or do I change? And this brings me to Harville Hendrix. Yeah, I just, you know, watched a video or two. I'm not an official on this imago thing, but one thing that I got from that relationship model, very interesting, that we connect, okay, with people unconsciously. We get involved in intimate relationship and partnership with somebody who is lacking and missing what we lacked and missed in our childhood from our parents. And that person, on a soul level, is wanting to develop and evolve that aspect. So we are calling our intimate partners to develop and evolve an aspect of themselves that has entrophied, yeah, or atrophied, is dormant, okay? And they are calling us to develop an aspect of ourselves that our unconscious soul wants to develop, but is like, really, what? Think about that. So a long-term relationship, it's like, okay, I don't have, you know, a right hand. So I'm attracted to somebody who doesn't have a right hand, but has always had the capacity, ability, and soul desire to grow a right hand. So I get it, I connect with them, and I call out, I don't have a right hand. You've got to be the right hand. You've got to grow your right hand. And they're like, what do you mean, like right hand, and you go, you know, it's like, I lost my right hand. I know what this right hand is, you know. And so relationship is a dance. And this dance is challenging each one of us to evolve an aspect of ourselves, okay, that we are unconscious of, but solely want to be. This is Jupiter square Pluto. Jupiter in Libra squaring this Pluto in Capricorn, yeah, with the Pluto polarity point in Cancer. This Cancer-Capricorn axis, yes, is about security, it's about the family, it's about childhood, it's about the past. And this relationship now is challenging us to come out of old established patterns from our parents and their parents and their parents. And these, you know, relationships are now pulling us forward. So, and the tendency with Neptune's south node in Pisces is forget it. Love is too much work, it's too much of a problem. Every relationship, you know, always brings me to a place where I feel lacking or missing something. Yeah, it does. And, you know, it's also like super freaking powerful and possible for you to be something and grow something that you think you are incapable of being or growing. For the masculine coming out of freedom, yes, I can do connection. I will be here for you. The feminine to come out of just all about connection, and yes, it's all right. I trust you and you can have freedom, and that will also make me more free. We can do these things. We can have it all, you know? And this is like what's really the Uranus and Aries. Jupiter coming up to oppose Uranus and Aries. This is redefining our concept of what it means to be human, of what it means to be a man, what it means to be a woman, what it means to be human, what it means to, you know, be a sexual being and in this body and with this genitalia. I mean, it's just like, we're awakening to, wow, I can be that, I can do that. It's like, woo, I can be more than I ever thought I could be. So the mantra for this week, yeah, is it's time to forge relationship, as hard as that can be. For the other will test and prod and push, that my truth I may clearly see. You know, I wasn't able to sleep last night with that full moon, and I'm sitting there, you know, and this mantra is just like wafting over me, and I'm like, but it's like, as we confront, as we sit, as we dialogue, as we connect, as we discuss, the needs, the fears, the shortcomings, the lies. Let's talk about this Mercury conjunct Saturn and how maybe we lie to ourselves, or we've lied in the past, or we're hiding things, or doing half-truths. This whole Sagittarius and Sun moving into Sagittarius now, we're looking at Mercury, throat chakra, and we may think, oh yeah, you know, that I thought I said that, or I thought I shared that, or I didn't mean to this, that, or the other thing. It's time to get into North Node in Virgo. Look at the contracts, look at the emails, look at the past conversations. Maybe you need to be writing things down here, but you know what? Get clear and come out of this, fog. Oh, I thought I, did this, that, or the other thing. Time to ground. Pluto square Jupiter is, Pluto in Capricorn. Time to ground. It's a real grounding. All right, let's see if I can remember it now. It's time to forge relationship, as hard as that can be. For the other will test and prod and push that my truth I may clearly see. Yeah, got it. Namaste, aloha. Such good luck. I mean, so much love.